This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Seiko and Rolex are two well-known watch brands with distinct characteristics and histories. Rolex is renowned for its luxury and status. It has established itself as a symbol of success and sophistication. Seiko, while respected, is often associated with a wider range of watches, including both affordable and high-end models. Now, here is a fact that the Grand Seiko Tentagraph practically invites a comparison with the Rolex Daytona. This is not solely due to its chronograph functionality or Grand Seiko's competitive intentions against Rolex. It is also because its price is merely £200 from the well-celebrated Rolex chronograph. Nevertheless, there will always be individuals who find themselves in the position of choosing between one watch over the other. In today's video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will be going to discuss whether this Grand Seiko chronograph watch is a Rolex Daytona killer. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so now to stay informed about our future videos. How did we arrive at a £12,500 Grand Seiko chronograph? Despite Grand Seiko's presence only dating back to 1960, it was not until 2007 that they introduced a chronograph. This delay was not due to a lack of reasons to time events in Japan. Rather, it was because the initial Grand Seiko chronograph featured the spring drive movement. For those unfamiliar with it, spring drive might appear like many other watch movements, as most mechanical wristwatches are powered by a spring. Spring drive represents a quartz mechanism that relies on a spring for energy, unlike battery-powered devices like those hand-cranked radios that burst into sound. While it might sound uncomplicated, it is far from it. Here is an excerpt from the Grand Seiko history to provide context. In 1978, they submitted the first patent for the spring drive mechanism. In 1982, they filed a second patent for the spring drive and commenced its initial development. By 1993, they initiated a second phase of development for the spring drive. In 1997, the third and final phase of spring drive development was initiated. In 1998, they continued their efforts, and by 1999, they finally introduced the spring drive. The extensive 20-year development journey for the spring drive can be attributed to its magical nature. Consequently, when Grand Seiko eventually succeeded in incorporating it into a chronograph movement in 2007, their sense of accomplishment was undoubtedly significant. However, a significant issue arose. Some might argue a substantial one. The spring drive chronograph's aesthetics raised eyebrows. Throughout its existence, the spring drive chronograph has maintained a premium price point, commencing at £8,000. The transformation has occurred elsewhere. Other watches have progressed to align with it, making its cost appear more reasonable. Yet, the unconventional appearance persists, presenting a continuing challenge. As the calendar turned to the start of 2023, Grand Seiko made a new entry in their ongoing list of updates, introducing the Tentagraph model. The Tentagraph diverges from spring drive technology. Instead, it revolves around the 9S caliber, which was initially introduced in 2020. This caliber features a high beat rate of 36,000 vibrations per hour or pH and an extended power reserve of 72 hours, thanks to the innovative dual impulse escapement. For instance, a comparably speedy El Primero movement operating at 10 beats per second would have a reduced power reserve of 60 hours. This helps explain why Rolex, when it integrated the El Primero movement into the Daytona 16520 in 1988, adjusted it down to 28,800 pH to balance performance and power reserve. Grand Seiko achieved a remarkable feat, redefining the conventional mechanical wristwatch. Being true to its Japanese nature, Grand Seiko does not flaunt this accomplishment, but the essence is that it achieved a 25% boost in efficiency. They accomplished this by innovating a fresh escapement that propels the balance wheel directly from the escape wheel every alternate beat. The enhancement in performance is so astounding that if watchmaking were a competitive arena, they would face accusations of unfair advantage due to the substantial improvement. Why would a chronograph require 10 beats per second instead of the standard date? This distinction might not hold much relevance in an ordinary watch. However, in a chronograph, where fractions of seconds are precisely gauged, having a tenth of a second interval holds practical value. Most other chronographs operating at 28,800 vibrations per hour can only measure down to an eighth of a second. Hence, the Tentagraph steps in. It is a chronograph, but one that operates at around 10 beats per second, enhancing its accuracy to capture those finer divisions of time. The concept of pushing the boundaries of an outdated technology to such extraordinary limits is a hallmark of Grand Seiko's allure. Additionally, the fact that the Tentagraph boasts an appealing aesthetic further contributes to its charm. The watches within the 9S series mark a substantial advancement from earlier generations of Grand Seiko timepieces, both in terms of their internal mechanisms and external designs. These watches introduce an unprecedented level of meticulous finishing that rivals even Swiss brands positioned several tiers higher. However, with a price tag of £12,500, the Tentagraph enters the direct arena of the Daytona, inviting a comparison between the two. Both watches provide a water resistance of up to 100 meters, yet the Grand Seiko achieves this feat without relying on screw-down pushers. They share a power reserve of 72 hours, although, as previously noted, the Daytona achieves this by sacrificing 2 beats per second. Impressively, the Grand Seiko exhibits remarkable accuracy, ranging from -3 to +5 seconds per day, thanks to its caliber 9SC5 movement. Nevertheless, the Daytona surpasses this with an even narrower accuracy range of -2 to +2 seconds per day. Both watches feature ceramic bezels, a common feature. When it comes to the Tentagraph and the more affordable Seiko speed timers priced at £590, their specifications are quite similar. However, where the specifications start to diverge significantly is in the case design. The Daytona offers a 40mm steel case, while the Tentagraph sports a 43.2mm titanium case. In terms of thickness, the Tentagraph measures 15.3mm, which is notably thicker compared to the Daytona's slimmer 12.4mm. Rolex's ingenuity shines through in their approach to the Daytona's design, ensuring it fits comfortably on a wide range of wrists. Interestingly, the Daytona's actual size might even appear slightly smaller than its 40mm specification, contributing to its universal appeal. On the other hand, the Tentagraph requires a more substantial wrist presence to pull off successfully. The Tentagraph demands someone with an impressive wrist circumference, as it might feel better suited to larger wrists, around 7 inches or more. Undoubtedly, Rolex holds a powerful reputation in the watch industry. On the other hand, Grand Seiko has made a conscious decision not to directly engage in the same type of competition. While this choice might trouble certain individuals, it is worth noting that the Tentagraph seems to have a natural affinity for being worn on a strap. It carries that distinct Grand Seiko essence, consistent with the brand's overall aesthetic and philosophy. Considering the Grand Seiko Tentagraph is certainly worthwhile, primarily due to its exceptional finish. The dial design incorporates the distinctive and robust 9S handset, skillfully complemented by well-executed chronograph subdials, a rich sunburst finish, and impeccable mindfulness. While the Rolex Daytona is undeniably well-crafted with a crisp aesthetic, the Tentagraph appears to transcend it by a significant margin. This level of craftsmanship has long been a defining feature of Grand Seiko, and the Tentagraph is no exception. When directly observed, the caliber of the Rolex appears noticeably simpler in its construction. It lacks the intricate sculpting, shaping, and intricate detailing that the Grand Seiko embodies. The Rolex caliber could be described as more of a functional and dependable workhorse, especially when contrasted with the exquisite detailing found in the Grand Seiko. Choosing between the Daytona and the Grand Seiko is straightforward, especially at their respective retail prices. The Daytona would be the clear choice in that scenario. The Tentagraph offers exceptional quality and value, though perhaps not as extraordinary as some of Grand Seiko's past offerings. It boasts intricate design and finishing, but it is essential to genuinely desire and appreciate it, as it is still a significant investment. While it is impressively crafted and provides excellent value, the price point of £12,500 must be considered in comparison to its competitors. This decision depends on your personal preference and desire. If you have that genuine desire for it, then it is an unparalleled choice that offers a unique experience. What are your thoughts on the Grand Seiko Tentagraph watch? Does it bring a good feat over the Rolex Daytona? We would love to see your comments and opinions in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Thank you for watching The Luxury World, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.